Good evening, everyone. It is December 8th, 2019, and today we are going to be talking about the Civil War, but specifically, we will be talking about the Battle of Gettysburg. On May 8th, 1863, the South decided to invade the North. The South were led by Robert E. Lee. The Confederate general hoped that by threatening the cities and invading the North, that they would want to negotiate some sort of deal and that the war could come to an end. Knowing that Abraham Lincoln was sort of a peaceful man, they specifically hoped that because he was leading the North, that there would be some sort of peace to come out of this horrible, horrible mess. However, obviously, that was not the case, because if that was the case, we would not have had this historic battle.
My name is Jocelyn Meredith, and I'm going to show you or tell you what happened during the war. The Gettysburg Battle really did start on June 30th, but was from July 1st to July 3rd. During the Gettysburg Battle, more than 51,000 people died from both sides, but it was a 3-day long battle. On June 30th is when General John Buford of the Union's army took in possession of Seminar Ridge west of Gettysburg. On July 1st, General George Reynolds opened the battle but was shot and killed before noon of that day. At the end of the day, the Union Army suffered more loss than the Confederate Army did. Day 2 was really viewed as the turning point of the Civil War. On July 2nd, the two armies were spread a mile apart. General Robert Lee ordered General James Longstreet to attack the Union from the hills that are commonly known as Little Round Top and Big Round Top. However, General Longstreet did not agree with General Lee. Before General Longstreet's men started to attack the Union Army, General J.K. Warren found out about the Confederates' plan in time to tell his men and take the strategic hill, fending off the Confederate attack. On day 3, General Robert E. Lee ordered General Longstreet to prepare General Pickett's troop for the assault on Cemetery Ridge. Longstreet advised Lee on his reservation about the success of such an advance, which he did not feel the Confederate troops could sustain. Longstreet did not want to do this, however, he had to listen to Lee's orders. The attack that happened, which is known as the Pickett's Charge or Longstreet's Assault, was an attempt to one-up the Union. The charge ultimately proves a loss for the Confederates, with the casualties approaching 60% of the overall casualties. As a consequence, Confederate General Robert E. Lee was forced to retreat and ultimately abandoned his attempt to reach Washington, D.C. via Pennsylvania. Thank you, and back to you,
Miss Meredith, for that lovely and very descriptive explanation of the Battle of Gettysburg. Due to the North's great defense, they were able to beat the South, the Confederates. Yay, North! Due to the Confederates' charge on the North Virginia Army, they weren't successful, and they ended up losing, which was one of the main reasons why they did not get to win the battle. Now, let's have a look at those results, shall we? Ooh, a little dirt, but a little dirt never killed anybody, like the war did. The 2-day battle resulted in the death and the injury of 23,000 Union men. Now, that might seem like a lot, but they came out on top, didn't they? So that must mean that the South had way more casualties than the North did. Now let's see how many they had. Oh my gosh! They had 28,000 deaths and injuries. About that is the estimated total of the body count. Oh my goodness! This is a... I don't know about you, but if I was General Robert E. Lee, I'd feel pretty stupid by now. Invading a place thinking that they were going to want to negotiate with you? No. They ended up beating you. But hey, there is an A for effort for everyone involved in this battle. Well, if you look at the time, gotta wrap things up.